What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 2 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Mazdamundi campaign. So as you saw last time, a pretty decent start, I thought. Not perfect, but decent, especially with the final battle in Port Reaver, where a deep strike with the Terminator Temple Guard managed to finish off a Lord, thereby giving us a win despite the fact that we had a really badly beat up army. Now we have this portion of our settlements complete, but we do not have either of our two quote-unquote starting provinces. And I say starting provinces just because they're both right beside each other, even though technically the main Hexoatl province is the actual starting one. We don't have Fallen Gates because there is a Skaven horde there, or a possibly Skaven settlement. I don't want to send you a random lord that we built there last time there, because I feel like they would instantly just die because they did try to attack that lord, so it's kind of pointless. We will send Mazdamundi up there, but we do have to take out Swamptown and destroy the New World colonies for good before we do that. We've also leveled up, and let's just get those points in there right away. Now, what do we want to start with? We have the Comet of Kazandora, which proved itself to be very useful. Arcane Convergence. I mean, we do want to get towards Focus of Mysteries, but it is at level 15. That's going to take a while. I feel like we could get Arcane Convergence just for the extra casts. We could also alternatively start moving through the red line to start buffing. We have a Rally, which is an option. Actually, a fairly early Rally might be decently useful. Oh, and there's the regeneration I was talking about. Oh, we could go for a Slann force field early. You know what? I think we'll do that. Let's go for an early Slann force field. We only need to level up a couple more times before we can get that, and I think that will be worthwhile. Let's get Transcendent Healing for Mazda, I suppose. Causes Terror. Might make him more useful on the field as well. Alright, fine. Let's start with Transcendent Healing. Maybe we'll go... do we go Higher State of Consciousness for tankability or the Harrowing Scrutiny for the Terror? I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see. Now, you, Cricket, you are still here temporarily, but we do have to keep you here for now because we don't have any other answer to you. What's your final ability here? Let's see. Upkeep for Saurus Infantry and Temple Guard. Oh, we should probably have one of you in Mazdamundi's army, but probably not you specifically. Nice. Charge bonus plus 20% when in foreign territory. Yeah, that'll come in handy. Anyway, we should get Thick-Skinned or Enforcement of Order. I mean, the plus 10% when fighting against Skaven might come in pretty handy early game. You know what, let's pop 1 point into that, because we know that we will be fighting Skaven soon. Otherwise, I believe we can end this turn here. Settlement upgrade available. It is too expensive, unfortunately. I think this is going to cost us 2,500. We just don't have a lot of money. I would really love to grab this port as well, but unfortunately, I don't think it's particularly viable right now. Oh, one thing I did do between the episodes, and for those who don't know, I tend to do this between the episodes, is I take looks at diplomacy, and I did manage to get a trade agreement with Aletha Nar up here, which is pretty good, because he does go into territory that we have absolutely no interest in, and he can, and we can just get that free trade without having to trade any territory for it, really. I did try to get more trades with the other elves, and I do believe they have a predisposition to favor trades, even with factions they don't particularly like as much as some other factions, but hopefully, with us trading with Aletha Nar, the other elven factions that like him will thereby like us more and be a little bit more willing to trade with us. Get that early cash flow going. Of course, it benefits the enemy, or benefits the elves more than it does us, but whatever. Anyway, as I said, we're going to end this turn. I'm going to wait on colonizing Maku Peaks as well, because it is... Or is it supposed to be Machu Peaks? Well, whatever. It's costing us 3,000 gold, which we just don't have at this point. And I'm not even going to build any extra units in Port Reaver. We'll just take Swamptown with what we have. I mean, considering ambush foiled... Who the hell foiled this ambush? I'd love to delete this lord, but we really... Man, should we conquer this right now? I mean, Swamptown will fall. Alignments plus 15, raise the banners, recruit a lord. Really? Really? Now you issue this? Okay, well, we have 9 turns to do this, so I guess we will, I guess we could have you capture this, then instantly delete you, and then recruit another lord and have you go for Shrine of Sotek after that. Alrighty. I don't want to do it with Mazda again, because his army is very badly hurt already. And let's get you in right here, to Swamptown. Still very badly hurt, but hey, whatever. And you've landed, and let us attack. Auto-resolve is Pyrrhic Victory with medium casualties. Really against this? Okay, we're gonna fight this. I don't see the need to make this a cinematic battle because I think it's going to be a super easy one. I don't want to auto-resolve because I don't want to have an increased amount of casualties, but I think the Basties alone should be able to take care of a massive amount of enemy units. And plus, it looks like on the topographical part of the map here, we do have a hill up here as well, plus artillery where the enemy don't, so we do have an advantage. Let's set up the skink cohorts up. Let's set up the various Temple Guard and stuff behind them. Ideally, we wait out until Geomantic Guardians is up and just deep strike another set of Temple Guard Terminators. And let's see, Basties, you just need to be in range, really. They'll all approach us. So you up right here. Maybe get you guys a little bit more forward, like so. Alrighty, that looks pretty good to me. Be a little bit careful with the Croxagores, though, because they've taken a little bit of a beating. Now, you have the Bolt of the Old Ones immediately. I wonder if you... What's the range on this? Target... Well, I guess we'll find it. Start deployment, go. What's the range on it? It's pretty decent, but we're not quite there yet. Let's see, spearmen, shields, crossbows. You know what? I feel like we start by attacking the melee while we're at a distance. But when the enemy is close and... well, maybe 1-on-1. I was about to say, wait until they get close enough and then switch targets to the ranged units. Just to deplete the melee numbers. But then again, the ranged units are probably going to be a little bit more threatening here. I'm almost tempted to speed this up a little bit, but I'm a little bit worried about some of the units that will inevitably take a lot of damage here. Are you close enough to use that Bolt of the Old Ones yet? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's try to set it up on... I don't know, maybe... Okay, it's a swordsman unit. For a second I thought that was a great sword unit, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Mini panic mode. Alrighty, let's start it here. I want to put it on cooldown. I also want to see how effective it is at units... Okay. There we go, that unit's now standing still, so this might be good. In fact, I want to slow it down to see the destruction here. Oh, it missed again. Okay, that seems weird. I remember last battle we fought with Mazdamundi, and it also missed. That particular ability might... there might be some issue with its range. I remember that Hell Cannons have this tendency... Whoa, 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 okay, let's be careful here. Hell Cannons have a tendency to do that, where they miss by firing way, way in front of the enemy. Hopefully that's not the case. Oh, there's a Halberdier unit here. I should have paid attention and gone for it a little bit more. Alright, you turn around and go for this. We'll send the Scar Veteran to kill the enemy lord, and... well, in a few seconds, actually. In fact, what we'll do is we'll take you guys, make you group, let's say, 2, have you attack together. Kill that enemy lord, as soon as they're nearby. And alright, there we go. The melee lines can attack. Now you, keep going after those Halberdiers, please. Alright, skinks. Go after the... Oh, damn, those are shielded spearmen as well. It's alright, you know what? We might have to drop a Comet of Cassandora on the enemy ranged units, which is not what I was originally planning to do, but shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Let's do... I mean, it'll kill one unit. It feels like a waste. But they're not really blobbing up in an ideal sort of way. You know what? Maybe if you can force this set of units to blob up. Yeah, Sigmar is always demanding blood, and then that's lovely for Sigmar. You... I mean, this might be good. Drop it right here. I'm not going to overcast it. And maybe I should have overcast it, actually. Too late now. Alright, you guys keep firing into the sides of the enemy. This is the main thing I want from you. There's the Comet of Cassandora doing heavy damage to those units. You guys moving on the side right here. Alright, well done, Temple Garden Saurus. Let's send the regular Saurus in as well, and the Croxagores. I know that they're so badly beat up, but I don't think the enemy has the ability to do anything about them anywhere. Let's just rally because we can. I guess we could heal up somebody with a Apotheosis. I was kind of saving the spell. But it's not it's not going to change much. Alright, let's just chase the enemy units as far off the field as possible. Let's send the Basties into melee to try to kill the... these guys. Let's also turn off guard mode from everybody. And where's the main Bastie? You. Go here. Who are you attacking over here? Oh, just attacking some skinks. Okay, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Everybody else, yeah, just chase down as many units as possible. Don't let them come back, please. In fact, let's spawn Temple Guard right here. Right behind this set of units. They can't kill us anymore, it's just Can't really do anything here. There we go, Temple Guard are in. Let's see if another bolt of the old ones will actually hit. Let's say you. Hey, ow. Just engage them, please. Thank you. Alright, this one... Well, it did hit the right place. I'm just not sure that it is exactly what I wanted. You guys... Alright, that unit's dead. Be just about out here. Obviously, I'm not gonna make cinematic battles out of battles like this, where, you know, even with minimal control and the greatest of ease, we're gonna win no matter what. Can you go kill their general? It's probably the only thing that's keeping this set of enemies on the field. So Mazda, go help out as well. You can pop a harmonic convergence on, let's say, the Croxivores, because they've been kind of hurt. You can turn back to skirmish mode. You guys are chasing a unit that's out. This unit is out. Alright, everybody kill this unit. Come back here. Stop fighting. Alright, you two. Take care of this. Enemy lord is, well, not dead, but dying. Keep on killing that. You guys are good. In fact, chase this unit down, prevent it from coming back, turn off skirmish mode, and that's it. Let's speed it up to max. This battle's over. Right? 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 Route. Enemy general, you should be dead now. I was expecting this battle to be over. Okay, well, he's nearly dead. There we go, there's the victory. A couple extra seconds. Minimal casualties, decisive victory. 8 losses. Boo-hoo. I think the most damage we took was to the Basti that got hit with a bunch of crossbow fire, but that's not a big deal. 108 kills on these Temple Guard. Oh, speaking of Temple Guard, I did want to get a name in there, and for those who don't know, usually with regards to names in Total Warhammer, what I like to do is give units names that have essentially earned a name for, like, heroic action, sort of. In particular, getting a lot of kills when where other units may not have gotten a lot of kills, that sort of thing. And I think this unit did well. And I also think that since we can't name the Deep Strike Terminators that sort of won the battle last episode, we might as well transfer their name to another Temple Guard unit, and this one doing a decent job here should get that. I'm going to name this unit Fire Drakes. Damn, are Fire Drakes spelled with an I or a Y? And this is a reference to the Warhammer Salamanders chapter Terminators. I just don't remember if they have some kind of special fancy spelling for Fire Drakes. Just go spell it normally, and I guess I'll check back later. And this is based on a comment that I really like the idea of naming the Temple Guard, and I just choked on my water here. Naming the Temple Guard after Space Marines. I guess I could have named these guys like First Company or something, but, you know, whatever. First Company Terminators. Makes sense to me. So that'll be the first name. You now, I think, have enough money to grab Machu Peaks for us, or Machu Peaks colonize. Alright, nice. And we gotta get that marble up as fast as possible. So let's get that Cold Blood Commune. We are gaining money now, which is okay. We just need more skink favelas and barrios and stuff. I do wonder if the Skaven are going to jump over here to the Ziggurat of Dawn, though. We got to be careful and watch out for that. Alright, we also leveled up yet again. Are we getting to Slann Force Field yet? Or as I like to call it, the Lizard Dome. Let's see, Mazdamundi didn't take any damage there, but he also wasn't attacked by a Lord or anything like that. You know what, let's get the Harrowing Scrutiny first. And then let's just go Slann Force Field. I'm gonna still get higher State of Consciousness anyway. Alright, and then you, my friend, keep on getting that duelist stuff of Foe Seeker and I guess Blade Shield so that you don't die as easily. Perfect. Alright, now, we are now bordering the Hunts Marshal's expedition. The issue there is going to be the fact that he's going to declare war on us. It's inevitable. The Blue Vipers are also still alive over here. Maybe one of these guys can take care of them for us, though, because they're at war with pretty much everyone around here. I'm just going to ignore them and hope they don't attack Swamp Town. Let us now, I think, send the turn, unless I'm forgetting something. I still want to get this port upgraded, but we don't have the money yet. Alright. Well, let's end the turn. Deteriorating, and... okay, that's the same faction. I thought we had contact with Illyrian as well. Not just Tyrannok. No, whatever. Whatever. I just wanted to check the elves and see whether they'd be more willing to trade with us. Now, Cult of Sotek. I love Tehenoan. He's one of my favorite Lizardmen lords. Although I suppose that doesn't say much because there's not so many of them. We should try to confederate him. Now, what is this? Attack rather than defend. Let us not be reckless. Okay, melee defense loss versus melee attack. Ooh, that's kind of a hard question. Now, the Temple Guard have a lot of melee defense, so I guess they would benefit from more melee attack, whereas the Skinks are the opposite. Let's see what this says. The latest spawning of Saurus warriors appear to be far more belligerent than any you remember in recent times. Ferocity and resolve are called for when combating the foe, but your forces must also consider the Great Plan's higher purpose and not sacrifice themselves unduly. Will you embrace their vicious nature or order restraining for a more balanced army? Let's see, it's only for 8 turns, and in the next 8 turns we're likely to be fighting the Skaven. And I think when we're fighting the Skaven... Do we go for more melee attack? The thing is, if we use our Skinks as ranged units, they don't benefit from this at all, and I do primarily use the Javelineers as range units, especially in these early battles where they're not needed in melee. So I think that means that we can freely go into melee defense. Or wait. Or melee attack. You know what? No, I'm gonna go with melee attack. Never mind. Ooh, more money, yes. Yeah, alright, so with melee attack, the Temple Guard now 54-45, so they'll hit a little bit harder. And, yeah, that'll allow us to kill the Skaven a little more. It does hurt the Basties a little bit more because their melee defense is low, but they have so much armor that they can compensate. Let's see, now you. Do you go here or do we delete you? I mean, we do want to colonize this. And I still want this for the extra 15, but we still have 8 turns for this. Alright, so, Mazdamundi. Let's go to Port Reaver. And then we're going to go through Hexoatl and then to the Fallen Gates. Let's take that. We really need our starting province fixed up. What's the cost for the Skink Barrios? 2,000. That's a little bit steep. What's the difference in money? Plus 100 for the Barrios, but also plus 200 for the port, which makes the port a better investment. So let's go with port. I'd love to get the Zagrat of Dawn upgraded, but I think we need to get the Shrine of Sotek. At least while we're not at war. Yeah, you know what? You're gonna just move here. Go, buddy, go. And grab this next turn. And then we'll delete you. Sorry. Alright, you're going to just sit here and heal. I mean, how much better do you heal in the town? Ooh, considerably better. Huh. Yeah, the healing for the lizards is really quite weak. Is there a stance that we could do that would make us heal a little bit more? Constant embellishment rate plus 8 for the encampment. But the encampment costs 50, so we can't use that right now anyway. So that doesn't change anything at the end of the day. Alright, let's go and skip through one more turn, and then I want to talk to a couple of factions in terms of diplomacy. We're also at 64 alignments. Hey, faction destroyed Blue Vipers. Is that by the Hunts Marshal's expedition? Yeah, we gotta take out these Skaven before he declares war on us. We need to move south. I'm a little bit worried because we saw last episode these guys, the New World colonies, declare war on us. Public order +1 for Mazdamundi. Well, that's great for him. You are going to go into March stance right into Hexoatl. And I know this is not building any troops, but I'd really rather save the money that we have right now. Alright, you can colonize this, and then at least we will have the full province. Colonize. And then delete yourself. There you go. Alright. Not a horrible amount of gain in terms of money. Now, can we... We can just barely not afford this. Damn. Ah, that's what I wanted, but oh well. Let us talk to... Let's go... Ooh, commandment. Find that first. Now, alignment of crafting, tax rate, growth, everything good, basically. I think we're going to have to do that first. I mean, public order is great as well, because we are losing public order here. But let's start with alignment of crafting first, and just for the money, and then we'll change it up. What about the public order here? It's still pretty okay. Ooh, and we did finish our gold mine as well. Lovely. Diplomacy. Cult of Sotek. Non-aggression pact. Yes? No. Come on, Tehenaman. I'll be like that. Alright, so who have we discovered here? Anybody liking us a little bit? No. Tyrannok, non-aggression pact. How about that? No. Alright, Illyrian. Trade agreement? No. Non-aggression pact? Still no. Ah, damn elves. Okay, well, Nagaroth, what about a non-aggression pact with you?
I swear.
Really? We have a trade agreement with you. How about a non-aggression? I wonder when Sildra Tor's gonna declare war on us. Hopefully they fight with Nagaryth instead, and then Nagaryth kills them and just, like, borders us here. That would be ideal. I'd really prefer to avoid dealing with Morathi early on. Now, question. If we go star reading, it uses alignments. What I really don't want to accidentally do is use more than the... I believe it was 50. The threshold, I think, was 50 for the alignments, right? Where was this? Oh, magic item drop rate plus 60, research rate plus 60%. Oh, so 60 to 69, and then 50 to 59 was the previous threshold. You know what? I want to try this. I want to see what it does. Start reading. Okay. Let's see what this does. Ooh, economy. Hello. Oldest and most powerful of all living Slann mage priests, Lord Mazdamundi's meditations on the Great Plan have lasted for untold centuries, but now is not the time for contemplation. Now is the time for action. His skink attendants wait patiently for their master's orders. The will of the old ones must be enacted. Alright, well, I'm gonna go economy, obviously. Let's do this. See what this does. Alright, our great temple cities and spawning grounds have fallen into decay. Rebuild and expand them and fulfill our promise as children of the gods. Alright, units, buildings, actions. What do you mean by actions? Temple cities of our ancestors have stood for millennia, trust in the ancient... I have no idea what that means. I am going to do buildings, because I don't know what this means. Buildings. I probably should have waited until the start of next turn. Alright, oh, that is a lot of alignments. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's a really good buff, though, but it'll absolutely destroy our alignment base. Damn. Alright, I gotta keep this in mind, though. It's nice to see what this does. This is really worthwhile. You know, and as soon as we get to about, like, 100 of this, I'm going to grab Divine Architecture. Let's go It's Not the Time for now, and we'll go back to it after. At least that didn't cost us anything. Alright, I like the star reading system, though. So you can basically just keep doing that whenever, and you just get a dilemma like that. I really like that. Alrighty, now you... Alright, we did money for that, and I guess we can just end the turn here. I like to see if we can get a nice battle out of the Fallen Gates. Really depends on how many Skaven are there. Alright, come on now. Here we go. Blessed Croxagors for winning 2 battles, eh? I will certainly take that. Yes, Hibernation, Attendant, Casualty Replenishment, plus 5%. Very, very much needed. Thank you, game. We have the Blessings of the Old Ones. Now, can you reach this in a single go? Can't tell. No, I can see the red... I can see the red arrow very, very slightly. So I think what we'll do instead is go right here, pop into an encampment stance, and oh, it's like full stacks here. Damn. Alright, well, I think that means for this fight, what we'll do is we'll get a couple of units of skink cohorts in here, just to have some more sacrificial units available to us. Watch them just attack us here, but we can fight them in the field. That'll be a nice cinematic battle, actually. We get another skink cohort with javelins, or just another melee cohort. I really prefer the javelineers. Almost tempted to get a feral cold one, you know, just to have something that can take care of enemy... ranged units like slingers. I know that these guys are really weak, but might not be a bad idea to have one. Although the cost is pretty. Yeah, it's a little bit much. A little bit much. I feel like I'd rather have a unit of skink cohorts in terms of the cost here. Alright, fine, let's do that then. Screw it. Screw it. We're gonna replace all the skinks later anyway. And you leveled up just in case we have the enemies attack us this turn. I am going to give you your point. And I don't think we... Oh, you know what? We'll skip one, so that we can build the marble as fast as possible. I want that construction cost reduction ASAP, so we can start building up this province. Hexoatl, you unfortunately do not have marble. It would be amazing if you did, though. Yeah. Alright, let's end the turn, and then let's see about attacking the Skaven. Should make for a nice battle. Let's see if they attack us here. What clan is this, by the way? Not Mange. Septic? It was Septic. Come on. Huh. Wait. This was just like a full stack. Did they just transfer to another stack here? You gotta be kidding me. No way, they can't possibly have that many Skaven there, can they? You know what? You should never say something like that about Skaven, because of course they will absolutely have that many Skaven there. Well, let's try it. This has me kind of concerned, but nonetheless. What do we have here? That's quite a few Skaven. That is quite a few Skaven. Now the problem with this is that even if we defeat them in the field, that's going to be a lot of Skaven that are... Okay, you know what? Retreat. We need to attack them, and we need to hit the city. We need to hit the city. There we go. I like this. Now, siege vehicles are only available for when attack... Oh, it's not a walled settlement. Interesting, but we will destroy the main stack if we win. Yeah, this is going to be massive. How many troops is this? And I take it this kills our entire... Yeah, it'll kill our entire force if we actually fight it. I guess let's give Mazdamundi that Lichbone Pennant, and let's prepare ourselves for another massive, massive battle. I keep taking these battles when I probably shouldn't, but they're really fun. We gotta, I guess, once again, try to rely on our Deep Strike Terminators. The only problem is they have a lot more than one Lord. Ooh, wait. Do they have a Warlock Engineer? Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Okay, we need you dead, because you're gonna start spamming your War Plighting and doing a lot of damage to our troops there. Looks like they only have the one, though. Yeah, that's going to be our target for our Terminators. Anyway, let us fight this cinematic style. Alrighty, here we go. It's time to get overwhelmed by the number of rats on the field. I mean, look at this. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't remember how many forces we have. Oh, actually, we can check here. 1,000 versus 7.4 thousand. I think their total is like 9 or even 10,000 once they get more units on the field. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But I guess we've started a sort of a precedent here with regards to the battles we've been fighting after that last battle against the Empire and how many units they brought. I guess we got to repeat it with the Skaven, but like twice as many. Here we go, starting off with a few easy shots with the Basties with solar engines. Of course, there are so many rats, we will obviously get surrounded here, so we're not going to be able to fire all of our ammunition with these guys. I don't expect anyway. Now, let's just take a quick look at our setup here, because I do want to, point that out, because this is going to be a long and probably very difficult fight. I don't even know if this was if this was too smart of a take, but generally speaking, the rats are going to have an impossible time trying to kill the Bastiladons. Will they be able to kill the Skink cohorts easily? A little bit tough on the Temple Guard, but they should still be able to eventually bring them down. But the Basties are going to be so difficult for them to do any damage to at all. So that's definitely going to be key to this victory. Now, in terms of setup, which is what I was going to before I got distracted, obviously we have a little bit of a hill here, not in the corner, but near this tower, rather. And the reason I want to near this tower is obviously because it's a sort of fixed object, so it acts like a sort of anchoring point or wall, which we could make use of. Oh, and it looks like the first enemy rats are a unit of Skaven slaves that are going to go and attack right into this force of javelins. We are obviously going to use our javelins as, they're meant to be used in terms of a screening, skirmishing force right in front of our main army, at least at first. We will obviously send them back via skirmish and get behind the lines of Temple Guard. We are going to hold this hill, and we will live or die here. I gotta hold that hill. And once again, I'm excited to make use of the Slann force field, which I will be calling the Lizard Dome from now on, for this battle, because this will be our first time using it. Ooh, somebody just did quite a bit of damage to the Skink cohort. Like, you two just both got quite hurt there, eh? Didn't lose too many models, rather, but, oh, actually, 10 models lost, like 25 models lost, 20 models lost. Nice. I guess it's the gutter runners doing the damage. Yeah, all right. Time to get them back a little bit. They're already taking too much damage. We can't really afford that. We need every single model that we can possibly get here. I mean, look at this. We really need to get the Skaven to blob up and not push through our lines. I think one of the saving graces for our army against their specific army is that they have no mass. So how are they going to break through our Temple Guard and our Saurus and Kroxigors when they don't have anything like Rat Ogres to push through the lines and kill the weaker units in the back? These guys are going to be able to hold massive amounts of rats back just by virtue of the fact that they can't break through. And let's see that in action. We are also going to drop the first Comet of the battle right here. It's not a lot of enemy units, but I did want to affect the 2 or 3 range units that were standing here and try to at least damage them or get them off the field. And another one of the reasons was I wanted to put the Comet on cooldown, as we do have quite a bit of magic power already, or Winds of Magic saved up. I feel like I did jump the gun there a little bit. If I had waited another like 10 seconds or so, I could have dropped it on this blob over here that this Temple Guard unit is going to hold back. I mean, the lizards are probably used to this. This is like classic Lizardmen, fighting a massive hordes of Skaven, right? Ooh, and here we go. I forgot what Bolt of the Old Ones is what that ability is called. And it looks like this time it did quite a bit of damage. It did actually properly land and hit the enemy, not ahead of them. So I gotta remember to use it at a relatively close distance. And here we go. Down goes the Lizard Dome, and we will fight under it. It's another Mazdamundi here at the Lizard Dome. And there we go. Looks like the Kroxigors are going to wade in and help out the Temple Guard at dealing as much damage as possible on this flank over here. We're actually getting a little bit of lag because of so many Skaven units on the field. They've lost about 500 units thus far. It looks like, but we've lost 100 of our own. Probably all, if not pretty much all, skinks, right? These Temple Guard have taken HP damage, but it's also very hard to bring down a Temple Guard model, so they'll lose all their HP before they'll lose their actual model, so that's fine. And now they have the buff of the Lizard. We also have the Basti going in, the non-solar engine Basti, as well as Mr. Mazdamundi himself. Obviously, he's not good at defending himself, but he does have that splash damage attack, which we could definitely make use of in destroying blobs of Skaven like this. And just freaking look at this. You gotta love fighting the Skaven. I think they're both some of the most fun faction and the least fun factions to fight. The least fun because their units just constantly rout and then come back and then rout and then come back, and that's really irritating. But just because there's so many of them on the field, it's just so satisfying to fight them in general. And, ooh, hello. Look what we have here. One of the more threatening units on the enemy field is a unit of Death Globes, or rather Poison Wind Globadiers. On top of that, we do immediately summon our Temple Guard as soon as the cooldown is up, right around the enemy 2 Master Assassins. I was hoping that the Temple Guard would be powerful enough to actually get rid of the Master Assassins, but it looks like they're actually fairly decent at surviving because the Temple Guard are not able to bring them down at all and do get focused down quite a bit better. On the bright side, though, they do take a lot of damage from the Poison Wind Globadiers and such that these guys are not able to affect our main battle line, which would have been fairly bad. Now, here is where a very, very important thing happens. Rather than firing down from the hill with the Blessed Basties with solar engines, I obviously move them to the flanks here, where the enemy has several giant blobs of units saved up. And if they're gonna do that, we might as well bring our solar engines to bear. I mean, look at this. And there we go. So these guys are both going to sit on the flanks here, and while the enemy can't break through, we can just chuck javelins at them and fire our solar engines and just kill so damn many of them. And that's not considering actual casts that Mazdamundi can do, but every single shot from these solar engines is going to do so much damage. Like, let's see, a couple shots in, 3 units are already rounding. It is the ones that are up front, and they're wedged in against the Temple Guard, but are also taking shots. Over here, exact same thing is happening. A couple of units are already trying to flee off the battlefield. This is where the AI done goofed in this battle, basically, by allowing this to happen and presenting their flanks like this. Beautiful. What a fun battle, though. I'm so glad this battle happened like this. I'm so glad I decided to attack him. There we go, yet another Comet of Cassandora dropping and deleting like 5 units, dropping them to about below 50% HP, most likely 25% HP in most cases. Unfortunately, on our side, the Deep Strike did fail, and the Terminators were completely unable to kill the 2 Master Assassins. I did try to surround them, but they were able to break out from the mass, interestingly enough, and these guys just did not deal enough damage to them. Plus, they did get surrounded by quite a lot of units. What I should have done, I suppose, is try to go after the Warlock Master, but it's okay. I do try to target the Warlock Master, as you can see with the Javelins, to try to do at least a little bit more damage, but it does have quite a bit of a meat shield, as per, you know, Skaven usual. And look at the difference after a few shots from the Basties on both sides. Both of these central, or not the central, flank formations have broken. This one's almost completely gone, and this one's at about half HP in terms of numbers being depleted. We are now at 5,000 enemy units remaining, a little bit lower in fact, and we've lost about 300 ourselves, so it's going pretty decently thus far. Obviously, a lot of these units are going to come back, but we have at least partially broken both the center formation as well as the flank. And we just got to keep holding this kill. Well, soon we should have another cooldown come off from the Lizard Dome, so we can keep protecting our units. We have started to take damage on several of our units, though. These Skink cohorts are at half HP. The Croxies are nearly half HP, and same with the Fire Drakes, this unit of Temple Guard. They are certainly starting to feel the pain. I think mostly from units like Night Runners and the occasional hit from those Poison Wind Globadiers, which we really don't have much of an answer for. I did try to target them a little bit earlier with the Basties with solar engines, but they're not very adept at killing units that have a small model count like that. And there we go, another Lizard Dome for us to fight under. Beautiful. You gotta love that ability. Right now, we're hanging back a little bit, giving these Temple Guard a little bit of breathing room as we send out this Feral Basti, as well as the Basti with Solar Engine. This time, I just sent them forward so that we didn't have to push downward with our battle line and could just maintain it up here and sort of just hold. I really don't want to give up the high ground, that's for damn sure. And it looks like we're going to get another bolt of the old ones in right here where the Fire Drakes are fighting. Going to drop right into the middle of this game and not a miss again. Lovely. And that's a pretty nice explosion. I mean, it's not like Lord Croak level explosion, but oh well. I mean, imagine if we had Ruination of Cities and various other spells that Mazdamundi has access to in this particular battle. It would have gone so much easier. We would have just obliterated all these Skaven. And yeah, it looks like the enemy is going to continue spamming that Warp Lightning and probably dealing a decent amount of damage with that. The enemy has also gotten its Master Assassin into the middle of our formation, unfortunately, and a couple of our units have begun to rout. This is not one of our original Temple Guard. This is the Deep Striking Temple Guard. They've been running for a while, so that's not as bad as it looks, because our regular Temple Guard are still holding the line, holding the hill just fine, which the Skaven have been pretty much unable to claim. We've actually pushed outward on this side and have been able to, with the help of the Blessed Basti, these 3 units of Skinks have been able to push this portion of the enemy army back. Which is quite nice, because they don't have any, they don't really have any more defensive units like the Temple Guard to, you know, take the hits for them. So they can take quite a lot of damage from even regular clan rats, because they're, you know, pretty much equivalent in terms of fighting prowess. And there we go. Over here, I do try to order the Sora Scar Veteran. You can see him targeting the enemy Lord over here, the Master Assassin, as well as the Warlock Master. The Warlock Master is actually getting beat down by Mazdamundi himself. I guess he thought that, you know, he trusted the magic of the Horned Rat to deal with Mazda's magic, which is probably not the best idea, because he's not having a good time here, especially with the Temple Guard helping out. The Sora Scar Veteran is also now able to find the Master Assassin. They should be able to, at the very least, keep him from killing Mazdamundi. We can see how many of the enemy units are now broken, so this is going fairly well, even though we do have some routing units and we've taken quite a bit of damage. Let's check those numbers, shall we? We are now up at 4,100 out of 9,000. I believe 9,000 should be the max, but a lot of those are units that have come in from more reinforcements. We got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full stacks that are completely unharmed that are coming in, but it's looking pretty damn good. Go figure. The lizards are decent when fighting under the lizard, though. Oh, look at those skinks fighting clan rats. I'm not the only one that finds skinks super adorable, right? Just trying to enjoy the scenery here. And not much to say, because right now it's just a matter of holding the line. Oh, and it looks like the enemy Warlock Master finally drops over here, but that's not the final Lord. The 2 Master Assassins, I was chasing them around forever. First I tried to order the Temple Guard against him, but he just kites them. And then I had Skinks and I had Croxagores try to chase him down, but he's faster than all of them. So he can just sort of sit back, chuck his shurikens at them, and do whatever the hell he pleases. I'm really impressed with the work. There we go. He looks like he did he just assassinate 2 freaking Temple Guard and another 2 Temple Guard with a couple of shots? Very impressive. Yeah, I was really happy with how well the enemy Master Assassins did. Just because of this particular type of battle where we can't really afford to chase them. Oh, it looks like even more units are coming off the field. We are now at 3,700 out of 9,500, though. There we go, so getting closer to that 10,000 number. But now what we're doing is a little bit different. We have pushed out all 3 units of our Bastillodons and have kept the rest of our line back. We can see how much damage everybody else has taken. We have held the ground, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go down here. I want to stay up here and force the rats to come up here if they want. But I'm certainly not taking the fight to them. They can just attack the Basties if they feel like it, but they're not going to bring them down. So they will just continuously take a lot of damage there. And then on the flanks, we can do sort of this sort of thing where we can adjust the enemy and destroy them and flank them and stuff like that. Another Comet of Cassandora, I believe that was the Comet of Cassandora coming down near this Basti, but of course the enemy no longer have the crazy big formations now that we've depleted their numbers. The balance of power is still looking like it's at even, but it's 600 versus 3,000, so we've lost 50% of our army, and they've lost like 66% of their army, so we're doing quite good. And that just dropped considerably with that last bolt of the old ones, and I do say last because I believe that was the 3rd one, and I think you only have access to 3, right? It's not a thing that permanently comes back up over and over. But damn, good job to the Basties, and once again it is just push out a little bit and then withdraw back up to the hill. Hold that high ground advantage. Hey, we even have a few javelins remaining on one of the skink cohorts, looks like. Just a tiny bit of ammo left. And there's that damn assassin, he is so annoying. I tried to send the skink cohorts after him, thinking, hey, maybe the skinks are fast enough to catch him, but nope. Ouch. Another couple of Temple Guard unfortunately go down, and I think that's the other Master Assassin. Yeah. These guys did a really good job, but this guy is almost out of ammo, and I do expect the other one's almost out of ammo as well. So we are going to look pretty good, and I don't think they have the amount of units left anymore to take the hill, even if they tried. And look at the Basties. They've been fighting this entire time, and none of them have dropped below like 75% HP, so... As I said at the very start of this battle, the rats have no answer to this here. I think what the AI should have done, if it was smart, was to combine all of its lords. I think it had at least two of the assassins, just those 2 assassins firing on, or even stabbing one of the Basties might have been able to kill it and then move on to the next one and then move on to the next one. That was probably the only way that they could have dealt with them. And I think one more Comet of Cassandora, this is like a 3rd or a 4th one. I'm gonna drop down. Wonderful. The skies themselves help Lord Mazdamundi defeat the Ratman menace, and there we go. Finally, the entirety of the enemy army routes, and the balance of power goes fully in our favor. It says enemy troop count 0 out of 9,500. Obviously, we haven't killed that many, but that I guess is the amount of effectives they have, or maybe it just automatically just drops down to 0 once the enemy decides to rout. Like, it probably stops counting a unit that's fully shattered. But there we go. I do try to chase a few units down, but every single rat unit appears to be faster than every single lizardman unit. So can't really chase off a lot of them. Fortunately, it is a settlement battle, so the first two armies, that is the garrison army as well as the army that is in the actual settlement as well, will die fully. And then there, I believe, were 2 extra armies that won't suffer those kind of casualties. I mean, at least we could take a few more pot shots with our basties as the enemy runs away. This one actually almost ran out of ammo, so very well done there. Mazdamundi, he did so much damage with those comets. Imagine, once again, if he had his other spells as well, not just the comets. One ruination of cities at the start of that would have just devastated that Skaven horde. But hey, I feel like you're not going to get a lot of fights like this outside of early game, and generally why I enjoy early game fights more than late game fights, because A, they last really long. Like, this one lasted forever, and you're able to enjoy them a little bit more, whereas when you get hyper elite units all over the place, they can just destroy enemy armies in like a few minutes, or even a few seconds, and then it's just, you just don't get as much fun out of watching the forces actually collide. So gotta enjoy it while you can. Obviously a heroic victory, 10,000 Skaven put to, well, not quite the sword, but probably eaten, put to the tooth and crushed by the basties and so on. Let's see how much damage we did. I am very, very curious to see what that was. Damn, what a freaking battle. 9,000 rats. Oh man, and they lost 7.3k. That was pretty amazing. This reinforcement unit is dead, and these two, I believe, were both in the main settlement, and those were their main armies. This will absolutely cripple whatever clan this is. It's not Septic, it's Gnaw, I believe. Man, 71,000 damage and 51,000 damage right on the Bastillodons. Already 120,000 damage on freaking Mazdamundi. Near 1,000 rat kills on turn, what, 7 or 8? You gotta love fighting early game Skaven because of all those massive amounts of clan rats, and actually I feel like they had more clan rats than Skaven slaves. Look at this. This entire thing was basically clan rats, and primarily clan rats over here. Now, who here, I'm just curious to see, out of the enemy Skaven, and I gotta give props to, not to the Warlock Master, but to the Skaven Assassins, the Master Assassins. They did quite well. They were really annoying, and they each did 13,000 damage. Very, very nice right there. On par with the Warlock Master, who has access to the Warp Lightning spam, but yeah, they were impossible to catch. I guess that's one of the problems with the Lizardmen roster. It's just so slow, and it's basically impossible to catch any of the enemy lords. The Deep Strike, unfortunately, did fail, but hey, you can't have everything go your way. At the end of the day, we still pulled it off. 24,000 damage on a skink cohort. That's pretty damn nice. Wow, that's actually better than all the others. Actually, this one got 19 as well, so these two both did very, very well. 27 on the Croxies, only 10k on the Feral Basti, of course, but once again, the Solar Engine Basties absolutely pulled their weight with those shots into the flanks of the enemy army. I think that really pushed us over the edge, but damn, what a great battle. This Mazdamundi campaign is going really good so far in terms of early game fun battles. Obviously, we're going to occupy the Fallen Gates. That'll give us the entire province. It'll also, I believe, make the enemy faction suicide next turn. Like, these armies will, they'll attack the Fallen Gates and they'll die. Obviously, we'll have to fight that, but I think that went very well. Alrighty, obviously, now that we have the main province, we will go into an alignment of, I guess, crafting right away. At the very least, to get the... Wait, is there an alignment that reduces construction cost? Oh, it's monuments. Ooh, now that's a question. Do we reduce the construction cost of... Yeah, because we are going to build a bunch of buildings. You know what? Let's go monuments first. And then we'll switch to We'll switch to crafting afterwards. Here we also have the alignment of crafting. I'm almost tempted to say maybe we'll switch both of them to alignment of monuments instead. Yeah, at least early game. There we go. Now, we do have a little bit of money that we can actually spend this time, and we are going to spend it after we level Mazdamundi. Did he level up once or twice off of that? I don't know. I guess it's not all that important. Let's see, we are at level 7. We gotta remember to stay and keep points once we hit to level 9 to get all this good stuff over here. Now, what do we want to get? I'd love to get Greater Arcane Conduit and Focus of Mysteries. You know what? I think we need more magic, clearly. So let's get Arcane Convergence at the very least. And then I guess what we should do is we should start moving through at least a couple of the red lines. I'm gonna say, let's see, weapon strength plus 10 and melee attack plus 5 versus fire resistance 10 and melee defense plus 5. I was about to say melee defense is probably better. Ooh, armor plus 10, eh? That's lovely. And physical resistance plus 5 to every unit? That's insane. Okay, we're gonna do geomantic resistance. That sounds really good. These two don't lock each other out, right? We can get both? Yeah, it looks like we can get both. Yeah, alright, definitely gonna go geomantic resistance then. Now, question, does this apply to the Lord or only the other stuff? Like, it says Lord's Army, so I think it'll only apply to all the other units but the Lord, unfortunately. Now, you, Source Scarvetch, and we could put you on the cold one already, but I think... I mean, we're probably just gonna put you straight on the Carnosaur, right? I mean, ideally we'll replace you, but who knows when we can actually recruit another one, so maybe we'll hold off on that. Now, we will have to... Wait, you're already in alignment of... No, this will take effect next turn, so I guess we should save the money and not build anything so we can get... yeah, we can get the cost reduction. Alrighty, let us then skip all the settlement upgrade available stuff and then proceed to the next turn. Now, I just want to see, I still retort war with anybody. Yeah, the retort with Tyrannok and Cult of Pleasure. Hopefully that'll mean that they'll be too afraid to declare war on us right now. But we need to either destroy them or we need to have Alifanar declare war on them and destroy them. In fact, if we do fight them, maybe we'll ask Alifanar to join the war. What don't you like about us? Great power. Really? Great power from 2 provinces? That's not good. That's a way earlier great power than I was hoping for. Damn it, I wanted to trade with the damn elves. Great power is not going to help with that. Oh well. Oh well, then let's just end the turn. Let's just hope the elves don't declare war on us. Alright, here comes the suicide of these Skaven, I would imagine. And I think that'll destroy this faction as well. Yes, there we go. Oh! Huh. Now, if we do this, it'll destroy the settlement garrison, but we don't care about that. So let's just auto-resolve. I don't really care about the... I don't really care about these forces. Auto-resolve, it didn't take too much damage either. Now, can we heal? Ooh, I'm tempted to go exterminate, but I feel like we need healing more. Do we? It's actually so little healing. So little basically everything. I'm almost tempted to say go more money. It's so little money as well, though. I know, just kill me. Kill me. Screw it. Alright, there we go. Raiding and Hexoatl. Oh, this army didn't actually... Really? Really, army? Hey, we got our Blessed Croxies whenever we want to use them. And Sunburst Standard of Hexoatl. Quest successful. I didn't even realize that we had this. I do want to read this. This is for Mazdamundi's item, right? I think it is. Sunburst Standard. Oh, no, it's for his Sunburst Standard. It's a banner, I think. Alright, well, I'm gonna read this anyway. It was Chotek, Lord of the Sun, who ignited the closest star and warmed the world. So claims an ancient plaque discovered by Lord Mazdamundi. However, the plaque was found incomplete. Fragments of the text remain lost. As with any old one, Chotek's legacy is an important part of the Great Plan, and so should be reclaimed if possible. Mazdamundi orders cohorts of skinks to begin raids of the local area to hunt for the lost part of the plaque. If riches can also be secured to fund the search, then all the better. Perfect. And that gave us more money to build with. Very nice. Rite of Awakening performed Cult of Sotek, but of course it's not the thing that we care about. Sunburst Standard of... I just want to see. Okay, so it is one of his unique items, but it isn't an actual item, is it? It's like an actual banner. So I was right and I was wrong both. That's fine. It's fine by me. And Cobra Mace we get unlocked at rank 10. What does this do? I like the Untainted and attacks rate, but it's all local province, which isn't that great of a... buff. Melee attack plus 15 and weapon strike plus 15. That'll be really nice when we have Zlack. Alright. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Okay, and you leveled up again, Mazda. Damn, you are booking it through those levels. Let's get that geomantic resistance. And the geomantic resistance is going to be really helpful to the skinks that we're using in early game, in particular, as obviously that 10 armor is going to mean a lot more to units that have very little armor in the first place. And honestly, the surprisingly, Temple Guards don't have that much armor. 70 base value is 73, huh? Yeah, so they're not on like Chaos Warrior levels or Chosen levels, I suppose. It could be more armored. All right, we got a little bit of rating. We got that research technology thing we already did. Oh, the next thing is to perform a rite of ferocity. That is, ooh, just give us research rate and casualty replenishment rate. Is this worth it right now? I mean, I'm tempted to put this. I'm tempted to put this on a cooldown. We also got to try to get 20 units as fast as possible so we can get our first Rite of Awakening going. We do this right now. You know what? Let's see how much money we have remaining, and then we'll do that. Now, can you actually reach this, or will they run away far enough that they can... You know, let's find out. I'd love to destroy this faction for good. And clan now, casualties low, death to the Ratmen. Very nice. And then we will kill and eat, or a little bit of money. You know what? Let's get the exterminate this time. There we go. Clan not destroyed. And an enchanted shield. What do you have, by the way? You have a dragon helm. Is an enchanted shield better? A little bit more armor, a little bit more fire resistance versus melee defense. I feel like the melee defense is more beneficial just because it's Mazdamundi in particular. He doesn't want to get into melee, so there we go. You can now go into Hexoatl. Hopefully Sildra Tor doesn't immediately attack us off the basis of this, because we really need to move south, because it's only a matter of time till the Hunts Marshal decides to attack us. What we could do is maybe wait until he kills the... until he kills the Drowned over here. Wait, this is Silostra, right? Yeah, but we don't see her army. Maybe she's gotten defeated by the fact that these guys are fighting. Marcus Wolfheart. Already got a lot of... Got your Wolfheart's hunters there, right? Okay. You are also in need of a level yet again. Well, we're almost at Deadly Onslaught fairly early, which is nice. What is... Oh, right. I remember Honored Elder. I'm just trying to remember what all these things do from my last playthrough of the Lizards, which was with Gorog. And I remember some of the heroes spamming them turned out to be really, really good. What do we need to do here? Well, we definitely got to upgrade all the barrios and stuff. Ziggurat of Dawn. Oh, that is... You know what? Let's start with this then. You're going to be a lot cheaper because you have the marble. We need to... Alright, well, let's start doing this. We'll see how much money we have remaining afterwards. Let's get more of these favelas, or barrios in this case. Let us upgrade, I guess, you and you. There we go. At least we could wall up at the... we'll need to wall the Fallen Gates and the Ziggurat of Dawn, and probably Skeggy, because... You know, these guys could always sail down here and attack us, which is unfortunate because in SFO, obviously, the walls reduce the tax rate, and Hexoatl does tend to make quite a bit of money because it does have that gold mine there. Unfortunate, but what the hell. Oh well. Now, I'd love to get these two Blessed Kroxigor units, but they cost so much. Maybe if we're about to get attacked by the Hunts Marshal, then we will make sure to use that. But until then, we're okay. I'm kind of tempted to, now that we have some alignments, upgrade these guys, but we're probably better off spending those alignments on dilemmas like upgrading our building reduction cost. In fact, wait. It was 50. Yeah, we need to save up more. Is it worth it right now? I really wish you could see what the bonus is. Okay, it's right here. So we're at 70 research rate. I feel like we want to get that early research rate and keep it as it is. And I know that we're going to get a lot more research rate later. But yeah, we could just keep doing what we're doing. At least this is all unlocked now. Sequence of Stoicism, Public Order +2. We really, really need that because we are having a lot of public order problems. Alright, I'm getting distracted. Unfortunately, we're basically out of time for this episode. So I think I'm going to call this episode right here without ending it into the next turn, because we're going to get a tech research, we're going to have more stuff to build, and then we're going to have to decide what to do with Mazdamundi. If Wolfheart doesn't declare war on us, what I might do is I might have to sail Mazdamundi out and maybe grab a couple of these islands here. There are a few that are nearby. We might be able to make some money off of those and get some XP without necessarily declaring war right now, because I think we maybe should take the opportunity to build tall a little bit, which I never ever do. I always have a huge problem with building tall because I tend to play aggressive and just overexpand, which is not a good thing. It just, I just don't have the patience to play tall generally, but I think in this case, especially with the fact that Mazdamundi has the diplomatic relations problem, if we combine that with great power, that's going to get a lot worse really quickly. So maybe we consolidate home base as much as we can before attacking Wolfheart. Although, let's face it, he's probably going to attack us in the next, like, 10 turns or so. But I guess we'll have to see if that happens next episode or not, so stay tuned for that. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.